When people hear Oak Ridge, they often think history. Indeed, this little city played a big role in world history, and we continue to be a leader in scientific innovation. But in reality, Oak Ridge is a relatively young city, formed in just 1942. When the U.S. government needed a large remote place to develop technology for the Manhattan Project, it chose more than 60,000 acres in rural East Tennessee. Between 1942 and 1945, what had been mostly farmland was transformed into a bustling community of 75.
In an online setting, everyone has equal voice. You can't hide in the back of the room, and one voice doesn't dominate the conversation.
100% participation, which you don't get in a face-to-face environment.
So we really, as a small cohort, I think, become a close-knit family.
And this cohort go through the entire process together as a team, so they get to know each other very well.
We've FaceTimed, we've Skyped, we've had phone conversations.
There is an incredible relationship between the students and the professors because our classes are small. I think that's a distinct advantage that Johnson has right now. And I can truly say we have a world-class faculty.
They're practitioners, they're well credentialed.
One of the things that really distinguished the professors to me was just the fact that they go above and beyond.
You're able to contact us. We give out our personal phone numbers because we want to make sure that we are meeting and exceeding the expectations of our students.
Students get to choose one of 3 concentrations, either the business administration, leadership, or nonprofit management. The course is entirely online, designed for professional working adults. There are 12 courses in the program. Each course is 7 weeks long and can be finished in 2 years. If you went full-time, then you could double up the courses, take 2 at a time, and finish in as little as 1 year.
Inside top secret facilities, tens of thousands of people worked on a classified project that changed the course of history. With hopes of bringing an end to World War II, the United States government recruited top scientists and engineers to harness the power of the atom in order to create the atomic bomb. Known as the Manhattan Project, this clandestine mission consisted of 3 main sites: Oak Ridge, Tennessee, Hanford, Washington, and Los Alamos, New Mexico.
How well do you know Oak Ridge, Tennessee? Take this quiz. True or false? 40 years before Oak Ridge was established, a local mystic had a vision about what it would one day become. This is true. Around 1900, a man named John Hendricks had dreams of a future city.
This valley someday will be filled with great buildings and factories, and they will.
Ready for another one? Due to past nuclear operations in Oak Ridge, the area is now radioactive. True or false? False. The EPA began a cleanup of the Oak Ridge Reservation sites in 1989. 20 years of extensive environmental and health monitoring determined that former research sites pose no health risk for the Oak Ridge community. While you may notice people in Oak Ridge have a glow about them, it's a healthy one from outdoor activities and good old vitamin D. Question 3. Oak Ridge, Tennessee is one of the safest cities in the country. True or false? True! In 2017, Oak Ridge topped the list of 100 safest U.S. cities on Neighborhood Scout's annual survey. This is based on the number of property and violent crimes per 1,000 residents. Question 4. What do touchscreens, the Titan supercomputer, low-cost carbon fiber, and the world's first 3D printed car all have in common? These technologies were all developed in Oak Ridge. One more. Question 5. Outside of the Manhattan Project and scientific innovations, what are some other bragging rights held by Oak Ridge? Oak Ridge boasts a widely recognized rowing facility and hosts national regattas and spring training for colleges and clubs. Last year alone, teams from over 200 schools and clubs across the country rowed along Melton Lake's waters.
Yes, science runs deep here. Oak Ridge, always more to explore.
1 in 6 in our region live in poverty. For children, it's 1 in 5.
I am your neighbor. I want and need the same things you do. I just have fewer good options.
Sometimes I sleep on a relative's couch.
Or on a friend's floor.
Sometimes I live in my car.
Or in an abandoned building.
Or under a bridge.
When it's cold, you may see me downtown, hoping for an open bed in the shelter, hoping to keep my family under one roof.
When it's warm, I am invisible. I pitch my tent out of sight, but closer than you realize.
My family needs more than a place to stay.
We need access
to better choices.
HMIS helps make your work and the work of other agencies count. To explain what we mean, let's meet Joe. Joe served in the Army in Iraq. After discharge, a chronic disability leads to him losing his job. Piling medical bills caused Joe and his family to lose their home. Joe goes to a church for help, where he's given a hotel voucher for 2 nights. Joe visits a food pantry and a thrift store.
So the death toll listed for the earthquake on January 12th is listed at about 230,000. I've got a friend of mine who actually quotes it as 230,001. Just to put back on the emphasis of even just what one person is like. What if it was your spouse? What if it was your child? What if it was your father, your mother, your relative? How much that would mean to us and how much that would mean to you, and how easily those numbers can just become statistics when they're so large. 230,001.
People ask me all the time, what's with the name Girl on the Roof?
Because we do so much for nonprofit organizations and small businesses, we have to make the most of every dollar.
That's why the quality and consistency of the message is so important. At Girl on the Roof, we craft messages that are worthy of shouting from the rooftops.
And then we take that message and we incorporate it into everything we do.
From the website, video, and print materials,
to the social media and PR.
We believe that good marketing, great marketing, can make a difference.
So we aim to serve organizations that serve others.
We stand proudly with them on the roof.
And remind them why they started shouting in the first place.
So if you need help crafting a message that's shout-worthy,
step up onto the roof.
The view really is lovely up here.